champions again.
DAZN is the home of boxing.
Really spurs you on, gets you going. Let's make history. Pure power. Oh, there's no way back from this, surely.
The following programme is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
This is the moment the world has been waiting for.
The judges are ready, the fighters are ready, the boxing world is ready.
The fight starts now! Let's go!
How do you like it? On the show. So aggressive, so focused.
It all comes down to this.
Corner knockdown.
Still the undisputed champion of the world.
Fight Night, only on DAZN.
Hello and welcome to Nottingham, where a sold-out Motorpoint Arena is the venue for tonight's epic rematch between Leigh Wood and Josh Warrington. That's coming up later on DAZN. Before then, 3 fights here on Prelims, including 2 women who are talked about as future world champions. Former UFC star Molly McCann and unbeaten teenager Tia May Ayton. But kicking off the show is Joe Howarth, who's back in action after putting on a top performance against Giorgio Fisioli through 10 hard rounds. This one, a cracking show, not to be missed. Live on DAZN from 7 PM. With me, as ever, the wonderful Barry Jones, my golfing partner, my sidekick.
We haven't played for a while, have we?
You almost look like my,
do you know what?
look like my dad.
Do you know what? I
You'll be old enough to be my
I
dad.
thought, where's Dan? I've heard from Dan for ages. I checked my phone, it was only Monday.
Well, look, so much to look forward to, as we say, but we're ready for our first fight of the night. So let's hand over to David for the introductions.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute pleasure to welcome everybody here to the Motorpoint Arena in the beautiful city of Nottingham, England. We are live on DAZN for a big night of world-class professional boxing. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. We're sponsored tonight by Betfred, Drip, Riyadh Season, North Defense, Fuel Hub, the 10% Club, That Prize Guy, and Everlast. All of tonight's bouts are sanctioned under the auspices of the British Boxing Board of Control. The steward in charge is Mr. Matt Harris. Introducing your third man in the ring at the sound of the bell for our first contest. He's from Birmingham. Please welcome scoring referee Peter McCormick. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 4 rounds of boxing scheduled in the super welterweight division. Introducing first, he's fighting out of the red corner. He wears the blue, white, and gold. This 24-fight veteran hails from Manchester. Please welcome the Monk, Dan Booth. And his opponent across the ring fighting out of the blue corner. He wears the white, silver, and baby blue. He scaled 10 stone, 10 pounds, 11 ounces, professional record 14 victories, 2 defeats, with 4 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Wigan, Lancashire. Please welcome Joe Howarth.
Just keep it clean, boys. Obey my instructions at all times. I've asked you to break, you stop boxing, you take a big step back. Most important, you protect yourself at all times, and that's touch gloves.
Well, here we go. First fight of the night. Here from the Motorpoint Arena. Cracking card. Later on, topped by that epic rematch, as I say, Leigh Wood versus Josh Warrington. First up here, 4 rounds in the super welterweight division. Joe Howarth in with Dan Booth, the Monk. I'll tell you what, we was impressed, wasn't we, last time? Although we lost against Giorgio Vizioli, however, he put in a very spirited performance.
Yeah, he boxed one of the best prospects in world boxing right there in Vizioli, and he pushed him every round, didn't he? Even up to the last, always trying to push the pace. And to be honest, by solid fundamentals, I think, Darren. His hands are high, he punches a correct, neat jab, as we see here. So, a little bit of speed in his work now and again wouldn't go amiss. A little bit of variety, but apart from that, I think all the stuff he does is quality.
Yeah, just having a look here, working nicely behind the jab. I can see head coach, if you like, of Haworth, Dave Allen, who's fighting later on this evening, just sat ringside alongside Eddie Hearn. In his corner this evening, Joe Hayden. Impressive. Probably moved past prospect stage now. Looking very, very good.
Tell you, that's a solid jab. Lovely uppercut there as well from Haworth. But a lovely solid jab. It's not the fastest, but the timing is very good. So he gets Booth on the end of it every time he extends that left hand. And I'll just allow him then, as the round goes on, just to set up an attack.
14 wins on the record of Haworth, just the 2 defeats. Obviously, Vizioli, as we mentioned.
Good again there from Haworth. Oh, lovely uppercut. Boxing nice and relaxed here, nice and controlled. Boss in the centre of the ring. Good stuff.
Yeah, nice jab again from Haworth, looking good. Former Central Area lightweight champion.
Got to try and move that head a bit more here. Booth just a sitting target there for that jab.
I think it's a fight of that magnitude last time out. It was main event, it was a next-gen show, but as I say, putting a really good performance against, as you called him there, one of the brightest prospects, certainly in British boxing.
No, I think world boxing, I do.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so, I really do. I think he's electrifying to watch.
And that other defeat was to Josh Samford for Haworth that a while ago. 2023. Looking good, looking composed, isn't he, Barry? A lot of patience, not rushing his work, not getting greedy.
And as the rounds gone on, he's starting to put his punches together a little bit more fluently in combinations. Again, the little half a lean there, get that right little screw shot through.
A bit of reddening of the face already to Booth. And it's that lead hand, beautiful jab, sharp, accurate shot from Haworth, doing the business in this opening round. Yeah, good composure shown in the opening round. Haworth opting to stand in the corner. Joe Hayden, his teammate, offering the instructions. What an atmosphere it promises to be here later on.
You just never thought Josh Warrington would be in a big fight and it not be in Leeds. Mad, isn't it? Just shows the power there of Leigh Wood, of course. Just, again, everything was behind that jab here from Haworth. It was a real... It wasn't just a weapon to keep Booth at bay. He was stepping behind it, was weight behind the shot. I think the timing was really good. And then as the round got on, he started to develop that uppercut through the middle, dipping the shoulder, get that left uppercut, screw shot through. And I like to see him just increase that pressure and pace in his work, because that was a really impressive first round.
Yeah, into the second round we go. And more of the same required from Haworth. Beautiful boxing, nothing rushed. Lots of composure, to use that word again. That lead hand, very, very impressive. And he's in there with, yes, a journeyman, but a journeyman who's only been stopped 3 times from his 18 defeats. But the worry is his last 2 were stoppages. Now 39, Booth. He's starting to feel the pace a little bit, but as you can see, he's tough as they come. No doubt to look after himself.
But he's got to stay out with that. Oh, it's a lovely body shot there from Haworth. Really good there. Just touching upstairs, that right uppercut, whipping down with that left hook. Again, and that's clever from him. Every time Booth throws a shot, he makes sure he answers with a quick counter here as well, Haworth.
And this one, super lightweight. I'm not too sure if he's just taking this one. I mean, he's actually fighting.
Looks big enough.
He does. So I don't know if he's opting to stay out this way. It was and drop back down to It's a lightweight.
See, are you still from that generation? It's just you get down to the lowest weight you can. That's certainly my generation.
Yeah.
You don't struggle to make the weight, you're in the wrong weight. But I think times have changed now, and maybe going up in weight gives you that more energy. You can build into the weight. Certainly looks strong, powerful, and boxing superbly.
He is. He really is boxing really, really nicely here.
And I know he got a fight in Booth who's not going to come with loads of ambition, but you still got to let the punches fly. You still got to do the work, and I think again he's doing everything correctly. Oh, lovely right hand, good shot. That just stumbled the legs there to Booth.
Yeah, lovely shot, sharp, accurate. Doesn't exaggerate anything, does he? Yeah, like, as I say, he's slated to fight Josh Blenkiron, so he is going to stay at lightweight.
Oh, lovely. You can't miss him with that little dip of the shoulder and right hand.
Oh, coming back with the left hook. Looking very spiteful, nice right hand to the body as well. Just varying up the attacks, head, body, looking sharp.
But not rushing it, is he?
Not rushing it, looking very good here.
And he's turning the hand over every shot. Oh, lovely shot, really clever. And the more ambition Booth shows, the worse it is for him.
Yeah, it's just a slight increase of pace. Good head and body shots raining in. That's a nice stabbing shot to the body with the right hand. He looks physically very strong.
It's good work there as well. Oh, he's boxing so well, he really is.
Agreed. Yeah, as I say, yeah, he's dropping back down to lightweight. Next fight, Josh Blenkiron, who just won the Northern Area title, beating Robbie Coleman. So that's a good fight to look forward to in Ultram. Pat Brown, Vasil Ducar.
Rocket.
It will be.
Ducar's a big step up there as well for Brown.
Yeah, really, really good fight that. For Pat Brown, who's looking so spiteful and looking a real prospect. Talks of potentially gyre off a tire sooner than later, I think. But what a fight this is. Big moment for Sandy Ryan, looking to be a two-weight world champion.
See, she's such a talent, former WBO welterweight champion, of course, but I think she's had bad luck. I think McCaskill, I thought she won that fight when they got the draw. I thought she won the first Michaela Meyer fight, which was close enough, but I think she got well beaten in the rematch, of course. But I mean, there's a woman here who can just have one defeat on her record against one of the pound for pound one of the pound for pound top three, I would say, at the minute in Michaela Meyer. So I think Ryan's got a big future. Donald's a super lightweight as well, which is massive for the weight. I mean, she might be another force.
Brian Peters in shot there. Yeah, she faces Carla Ramos Zamora later on this evening. Back to this one, which has been a very impressive outing so far for Joe Howarth. Boxing nicely, showing us a bit of everything here. Yes, in with, I mean, no disrespect here, Dan Booth, a journeyman, a road warrior, if you like, up and down the country, fighting all the time. But as you've said, Barry, you can only beat who's in front of you, and he's doing it in very good fashion. Without
rushing anything. Every shot he throws, see it there, has a purpose. So look, there's not one throwaway punch from him.
Lovely left to the body. Yeah, he set that up, didn't he? A nice right uppercut. And again, intelligent this. Really smart boxing from Howarth. As well, I think some of the subtle defensive adjustments.
See the parry of the right hand there, didn't you? Yeah.
Again, that lead hand unlocking Dan Booth. And again, targeting the body with that left hand, Barry.
Again, though, I think because all the top fighters now, certainly in the men's game, pound for pound, are all working behind the fundamentals more than ever before, more than ever for a long time, I would say. And they're all working with their hand time behind a solid jab. And that helps younger fighters. You watch that, you mimic it automatically. And I just see Howarth here, everything behind that straight jab. Before he does anything, he makes sure he's in range and distance to hurt you with that jab, and everything falls off it and flows off it.
I tell you what, he's suffocated Booth, hasn't he, with this footwork. Just always in front of him, and the accuracy. Look at those two left uppercuts. Beautiful shots from Howarth. And he's stopped Booth throwing that jab now, hasn't he? Because every time Booth throws that shot, he gets caught with a right hand over the top.
He doesn't need to, but I wonder if he upped the pace a bit here now. Could he get the stoppage? Because Booth can't get out of the way of the shots here. That right eye's starting to close. Just thinking maybe a sustained attack, just to change of pace a little bit, might force a stoppage here. Lovely body shot again.
Yeah, working off the back foot this time, just leaning on the ropes.
Right, stop boxing.
Showing very good accuracy with that left to the body. Cut to the right eye, it looks, from Booth.
Whoa, stop boxing.
Too low blow. I think there was a couple there, one from Booth, one from
Yeah, but Howard was his worst though, because he did that on purpose to pay him back. It's nice to see that reaction that he has that spite in him, but lack of discipline there could cost you at the time.
I reckon you'd do something like that.
It's against him.
Oh, mate,
You got mastery streak in you.
Okay.
I couldn't hurt him with any punch, it's irrelevant.
Yeah, look, some blood to the face of Booth. Couple of deep breaths as well. Nice double jab to the body though from Booth. Oh, left uppercut, and he felt that. The legs seemed to stiffen for a second, but look at this courage shown from the monk, Dan Booth. 20 seconds to go in this third round, and yeah, good question. If he was to go through the gears, as you said, Barry, how would he react? Oh, another left to the body, but he's shown some toughness here, Booth. He really has. Because this is all one-way traffic.
Even when he tries to up the pace here, Booth, he gets caught with shots coming forward.
And I tell you what, Barry, sorry to jump in. No amateur experience, however, but it looks like he's had that, doesn't it?
Yeah, he does, he really does. I think his boxing is absolutely fantastic here, it really is. And Booth having trouble there with that right eye. Can't see out of it, really.
Here, Barry.
Everything, again, the little touch-up, and all that does is it lifts your elbows up. When you lift your elbows up, it lifts your diaphragm up. So when you whip across with that left into the body, it just sucks the air out of you, out of your lungs every time.
But do you know what? We've said this before, it's what you take away from defeat. And yes, opponents are going to get tougher than Dan Booth, but it looks to me as if he's learned an awful lot from that defeat to Giorgio Vizielli.
Maybe it was, I got to step up and weight. Maybe maybe it was too hard being at that weight up against a talent like that, and also learning about the angles that Vizioli hits you with. And so you mimic that, going, actually, I should be doing a little bit of this. Some of those, I'm very route one, and I got to get a bit more adaptability. And I think tonight, he's shown some real discipline, and certainly variety in his work has been just A1.
Just a little glimpse there at Eddie and Dave Allen at ringside. I think they want him to go through the gears now. However, it'd be a nice fitting, wouldn't it, way to end this fight. Boxing so well for 3 rounds and then getting the stoppage in the final, and it does look like he's up in the tempo.
It would, but then there's a risk that he ups the gears and rushes his work, and all the purchasing, the punches that he's throwing, lacks that. So, and also the risk of getting caught with a head clash or with a silly shot. I mean, discipline is very important in our game. I know the X factor is to do something extraordinary to sell yourself, but this is a fantastic performance from him.
Yeah, as I say, here's that fight lined up. 3rd of April, so you're right, you don't want to get cut, you don't want to interrupt that momentum from fighting, so yeah, just doing exactly the right thing here.
And also, in a fight that's going to be more competitive against another good young prospect who's really going to make you think, being able to keep your head in control of the fight like he's doing right now is a real plus, a real learning lesson for him.
Yeah, and the rounds, that'll be 14 rounds if this does go the distance in a few months, so that helps your timing, your distance.
But the confidence in these 4 rounds is going to be immense, especially listening to us two.
Smother, Dan, smother a bit.
Yeah, finishing strong here. Howarth been really enjoyed watching the variation with the shots, leading with the uppercuts with both hands, dropping to the body. The jab's been absolutely on point.
But even then, he leaned against Booth for a good shot. He leaned against Booth for a second, as if they were getting close, and then took a little step back. Good shot.
He's going through the gears now. It was a nice uppercut, then left to the body. Dan Booth doing exactly the right thing, holding on. Whoa, slipping inside the jab of Booth and looking for the uppercut again. Minutes ago, can he survive here, Booth?
Just a little bit too readable, isn't he, Booth, for that jab? A little bit too slow.
Oh, and again, slipping inside that.
See, he should throw the right hand, he should dip the head a little bit more to the left. Oh, there, throw that right hand over the top.
Yeah, he's buzzing from the gym, been in the gym with Dave Allen, as I say, Joe Hayden, who's in the corner with him, but Nigel Travis, Jamie Moore, buzzing down there. Seems to be a real confidence oozing from Haworth.
Good shot there, though, from Booth.
It was, yeah, a little reminder.
Oh, good shot there from Haworth, lovely. Just got Booth with his chin up.
There is the 10-second clapper. First fight on prelims here, and it's been a very good outing this. All round back for Joe Haworth after that defeat to Giorgio Vizioli. He's won this one at a canter. Fair play to Dan Booth. There was plenty of opportunities there that he could have swallowed this one, but showing again and again why he's so tough.
Yeah, I mean, he was very hittable in that contest. You have to give Haworth the credit there for finding the gaps quite easily. I mean, he started from the first round with the jab. All the jab did is took away any confidence from Booth, took away his rhythm so he couldn't get close to smother you, kept him on the end of the shots, which allowed Haworth then just to get the range with those uppercuts, dip that shoulder, screw shot through the middle. I mean, the way he was touching to the head and whipping down to the body was really, really impressive. I thought that was a fantastic performance there for a kid who probably needed a bit of a confidence boost after his last fight, and he got it.
Yeah, exactly that. I agree with you there. Really, really good out in that for Haworth. Give a lot of credit to Dan Booth there. Fair play, but yeah, he'd be ready to rumble now for that encounter with Josh Blenkiron on the 3rd of April on that card, live on DAZN. Pat Brown, Vasil Dukar. Let's throw it back to David.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds in Nottingham, we go to referee Peter McCormack's scorecard. It reads 40-36 for your winner, Joe Howard.
Yeah. Haworth gets a 15th win of his career, and he's done it looking very good, and he'll be all set now for that clash with Blenkiron on the 3rd of April. Very impressive in victory there. Well, what a card. Go on, Barry.
Yeah, really good performance, and you're looking forward to the next fight, aren't you? And I think that those 4 rounds there will fill him with so much confidence where he controls the pace, dictate everything in that jab, and he got a big test ahead. But after that performance, you're looking forward to seeing him again.
Yeah, he'll be buzzing, and we're buzzing for this card. Look at this, incredible. Leo Tang, is he the future of the heavyweight division in with Dan Garber? That a step up for sure. Sandy Ryan looking to be a 2-weight world champion. Dave Allen's back in action, the White Rhino, the fans' favourite, and then this chief support is a cracker. Ishmael Davis, Bilal Fawaz, bragging rights, pride, and most importantly, the British and Commonwealth Super Welterweight title on the line. And then that epic rematch, Leigh Wood. Revenge or repentant, bad blood, revenge or repeat. Cracking card, live 7 p.m. on DAZN. And we're going to crack on and move on to our second bout of the contest. So let's throw it back to David.
Ladies and gentlemen, the action continues with the 6-round super bantamweight contest set to make a ring walk, Peter Dudek.
And here is Hungarian Peter Dudek, the 33-year-old. 7 wins, 8 losses. Tell you what, from the 7 wins, she does have 4 inside the distance. She's tough, she can move a little bit. Not a bad fighter at all. So this a good test for Molly McCann. Her only losses have come to good fighters with winning records.
And now entering the arena, Meatball Molly McCann.
There she is. Meatball Molly McCann. Proud Scouser.
You've never got no money because of all the times you lent. Was it a pointless 3-day bender or a weekend in paradise, my friend?
Yep, 2-0 as a professional. Eager to get this one underway. Run into the ring. Yeah, she's been buzzing all week. A little annoyed with her performance last time out against Ebony Cobb, but looking to put in a better performance this time. But a great addition. She really is a great addition to the females game. Moved over from the UFC. So looking forward to progressing with her journey as a professional boxer.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Motor Point Arena here in Nottingham, England, live on DAZN, we are set to go with our next bout of the evening, and it's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. Introducing your third person in the ring at the sound of the bell, from Birmingham, scoring referee Peter McCormack. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 6 rounds of boxing scheduled in the super bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, she wears black with silver trim. She scaled 8 stone 10 pounds 11 ounces. Her professional record, 7 victories, 8 defeats, with 4 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Miskolc, Hungary, please welcome Beta Dudek. Dudek. And her opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. She wears the blue trunks with the silver trim. This Scouser southpaw scaled 8 stone 10 pounds 14 ounces. Her young professional boxing record is perfect. 2 fights, 2 victories. One of those victories coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Liverpool, please welcome Meatball Molly McCann. McCann.
Just keep it clean, girls. Obey my instructions at all times. I've asked you to break your stop boxing and take a big step back. Most important, protect yourself at all times. Now touch gloves.
Yep, 6 rounds in the super bantamweight division. Beta Dudek in with former MMA star Molly Meatball McCann.
For the first round.
Yeah, speaking to her, Barry, she was frustrated. She was telling me, when you're in the MMA game, you're always looking to destroy with every single shot. And she wants to sort of settle down a little bit more and show boxing skill.
Yeah, well, I thought she boxed okay. I understand that she wants to get everyone over there and be impressive, but sometimes you have got to take your time. I mean, there's less options to get the stoppage now. They only got to worry about the hands here, so they can defend a little bit better maybe than they can in the other discipline, possibly. I think she showed plenty of skill, plenty of power already in those 2 early fights.
And I think, you know, that spite, that aggression we were just seeing there makes her so excited. It makes people want to buy a ticket and watch Molly McCann. Yeah, and naturally wants to get stuck in.
Yeah, of course, it's always going to make her a good to watch. And I think, and certainly make that fast track inevitable, you would think. Again, no surprise, it's a nice jab there, just tipping her legs, but she jabbed upwards with that left hand there, McCann.
Oh, nice left hook from McCann, forcing Dudek back. Just nailed miss her. She might have just grazed the target with that overhand, right?
Clever here, McCann, because she's not good shot. She's dipping low every time. She's making herself a hard target to hit, but still throwing the punches over the top here.
That was good, wasn't it? The right hand, little step to the right as well. Thinking about the shots coming back, really, really good. First 2 minutes and a half, sorry, for Molly McCann, boxing nicely, showing us a bit of everything there. Nice reverse 1-2.
Yeah, the good thing with that, she tried earlier on, but she didn't quicken up the feet. But then she did, so even if you miss, you're hard to hit back.
And as I say, Dudek, a good opponent here. Not a bad fighter at all, but being forced back, being made to move. She's leaning back under attack. She's got to be careful because we've seen already McCann manage some nice, meaty looking left hooks. Really good opening round that for Molly McCann. Buzzing all week. Smile on her face, looking to improve all the time.
Eyes on it. You done well there. All right, see if you can take your feet through the jab. See if you can take it.
Yeah, she boxed well. A lovely shot. See how she stayed nice and low there and through the left hook over the top. She did it quite often with the right hand as well. As the round went on, I think she's got a little bit tall again, and I think keep those legs nice and bent. And she did get caught a nice combination at the end of the round off Dudek. He landed a nice 3-punch combination to remind McCann not to just bring that right foot forward and square her feet up. But apart from that, I thought a nice, good first positive round there for McCann.
Good on debut, didn't she, against Kate Radomska?
She got kicked.
She got kicked.
Which is of all the people who've done a kick.
Speaking to her this morning, actually, sort of said, what's the goals by the end of the year? She'd like to be fighting for a British title, some sort of title, at the end of 2026.
Well, good right hand there from Dudek.
Yeah, nice on the back foot.
And that's good for McCann. They'll just remind her not to just, she can't just jump in and abandon. She's looking a bit too much for the right hand there. She's got to work behind that jab. The right hand's the weapon for her, but the jab's got to get her close to the target before she explodes with that shot.
I always feel a little bit as well, didn't it? It's never going to be the offense, the work that she throws is going to be a problem. It's always going to kind of be working on the defensive skills.
Yeah, I think so. And again, especially staying nice and low in the start of the first round is going to be really, really good for her, especially her sort of style to roll forward, keep that head constantly moving.
Shades of the UFC version of Meatball McCann there. Nice 1-2 from Dudek. I feel that will be her key to success here. Keep it nice and straight, not exchanging with McCann. Good footwork from Dudek.
Yeah, good right hand from McCann, the first shot. The second shot just hit with the fingers a little bit, but again, see, she's just not throwing the jab, so she's looking for the big shot.
Nice work. 1-2 left hook from McCann. Looking for that right screw shot as well, just leaning back on the shot. Dudek taking the sting out of it. Shot. Overhand right again. The Liverpudlian.
Took it well though, Dudek, and again I do think McCann just couldn't turn the hand over in time to get the real purchase in the shot. It's the right idea, stay low, punch high.
Lost a very talented Puerto Rican fighter, Kyria Tapia, 2024. Lost every round, Dudek, but with a good performance, she showed how tough she is, and she's showing us that toughness this evening. Good work on the back foot from Dudek, but the pressure impressive from McCann.
Nagyon látszik, kimegy. Lóg a bal kezedre, azt is látja annyit. Nem ütök ki, ezt legyél társabb, óvatosabb, túl magányban, legyél óvatosabb, ön a kéz. Fogod a jobb kezed pedig nagyon kellenek, ahogy régén is csináltad, tudod?
Another positive round here from McCann, a real meaty shots to start off the round. Good right hand, left hook, but again, when she dips those legs and stays nice and low and punches over the top, that's when you see the best of McCann, I feel. Again, without being overcritical, still looking for that big shot there a little bit too often. She's got to learn to work her way in behind that jab, just get close. I mean, she has the power and the tenacity to want to do the work and get the results, but sometimes throwing a little bit from too far out. And the jab will just get her close enough to explode with what she has, with the good stuff she has. And she showed glimpses of it there in that second round.
To the third round we go of the 6th rounder in the super bantamweight division. And up next, TMA Ayton and Molly McCann and Ayton have shared the ring, sparring in the build-up to this. And at the press conference, McCann said they've been smashing lumps out of each other in the build-up. Really believes that this is the real deal. That kind of sparring, that experience will do the world of good for McCann.
Yeah, it sharpens you up so much, doesn't it? I mean, too much of it's no good for you. I mean, getting it just before a fight, in the midst of the camp is perfect.
Right Right hook again, McCann.
A few seconds ago, McCann, she threw the jab, half through it, and feinted with the left, and threw the left to go over the top. It's a really clever move.
Tell you what though, Dudek boxing nice on the back foot. Cut heavy shots there, but when she keeps them nice and straight, she triples the shots up. She does have success. Nice 1-2. Comes McCann, nice left hook. Nice right to the body as well. Physically very strong, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. Yeah, real intimidating shot.
Right hand over the top. She's got to be more disciplined with that lead hand position. Dudek trying to fall to be taken 2 minutes. Left hook, another right hand from McCann. She's holding on desperately, Dudek. But quality work.
The left hook was good, but that right hand was right on the button there from McCann. Really good shot. I tell you what, right, if she can just turn that handle when she throws that big looping right hand, it's night over.
You can see the grimace on the face of Dudek. She really felt the power there from McCann. And again, another right hand. Slightly moving away from that shot, taking the sting out of it, but this is really good.
She's sucked the confidence out of Dudek, hasn't she, I think, in this round.
Impressive second half of the round this from McCann. Landed some heavy shots.
Lovely shot.
More thought, more intelligence in the work. Physically very strong, lots of power. Good work.
Absolutely brilliant. Listen to me a sec. The only thing you're doing a little bit is that left hand was coming to you early on in the round. A little bit higher, yeah. Lovely way. Take a couple of deep breaths for me. When I'm saying don't force it, you never force it when you're in.
It's a really good round. She had to warm into the round a little bit there, McCann, I thought, but once she got going, I mean, that's a look at that little tip of the shoulder there, throwing that left to go to the top, that right hand. See what I mean with the fingers though? She throws the shot, just didn't turn her hand over in time to really get the full impact. Dudek was lucky there, because that would have been lights out, I'm pretty sure.
And you still see the reaction it had anyway,
yeah,
like you say.
She's forward momentum, she pushes up the back leg, a lot of good stuff there from McCann, and I think she knows she's made the inroads now to be able to be the boss the way she wants to, I think, in this next round.
Yeah, and I think it was a really good reaction. As you say, Dudek started the round well. Boxing nice on the back foot, but yeah, she adjusted. And added some good shots. Nice work on the back foot again. A bit more sharpness from the work of Dudek there.
See, this is where discipline comes in now for McCann, because she just wants to get to route one, doesn't she? She wants to get to the target straight away. She's got to remember there's a bit more to it to get close to the target.
That was a nice left hook, turned the elbow up, and again...
It almost was the elbow.
Yeah, but again, suffocating the space of Dudek, working. This is good tempo, this, really going through the gears, Barry.
But the rhythm and the work there was fantastic. Just boom, 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 really good stuff.
And it's very subtle as well, but the variation's really good of McCann. She'll fire the hooks in after nice straight shots, the body shots.
They're constantly moving the shoulders and changing it and bending her legs, so she changes her height. It's going to be what's going to set her apart here. Good shot.
Onto that slightly, Dudek, that right hand who needs to regroup here, needs to find something, needs to get behind the jab. That's better, needs to hold her feet here. Just getting bullied far too easy. McCann.
There you go, roll in, just roll into the shot. Nice work.
She's got that edging speed as well, hasn't she, McCann? And she just fires back with crisp counters every now and again.
Heads clashing there, I think.
Change of stance there in the southpaw. And firing that left hand over the top. Back to orthodox now and again. The pressure just ever so slightly increasing. Sloppy shots there from Dudek.
Better from McCann there. Again, look at the load up with that right hand. I mean, that's the shot you want. But again, just disguise it a little bit more. Make it quite more streamlined, more effective.
Yeah, another good round there for Molly McCann. They could fight this.
Yeah, okay. Got two to do like that.
No slouch.
Listen to me. Oh yeah, there wasn't much in it though. You're out winning it because you land them more often. Not much on it. All right? I'm always honest with you. Yeah? Dip. No. Don't get in that groove of methodical. Be sharp. Yeah. Yes, there you go. All right? You are doing that and getting success. When you don't, you go. I'll have a little go. You go. Put that off. Don't let it have a go at all. Dip, switch. Yeah.
Well, it's going to be banging
I want 2 more out of the start.
in this arena later on. The rematch, bad blood between the two. Leigh Wood, Josh Warrington, pride, bragging rights, you name it. This rematch has it. 7 p.m. the start time, live on DAZN, your global home of boxing. Back to this one. 2 more to go. Molly McCann, Beata Dudek. We've seen some really good stuff from McCann.
I think for this stage of her career, this is the perfect fight because Dudek's tough, boxes quite well given the opportunity. So I think McCann won't be happy she's been hit as she has, but when she explodes in the combinations, she's impressive. She hit the target clean and hard enough to wear people down.
Break it down for us. What does she need to work on? What are you going back? If you're Molly McCann, what are you teaching her in the gym?
You got to try and get to. You got to try and. You want to land that shot there. That's the shot you want to land every time. It's hard to get there without taking too many punches, and it's moving the head, but it's jabbing. Even you haven't got a jab to hit. You got a jab to slow them down, to make them think, to disguise your shot. But she's done it at times and constantly moving target before she gets close to explode into a combination.
I'll tell you what though, she's going to be in some really, really good fights. You're going to want to see Molly McCann on the card. She brings it, she's value for money. Yeah, another good shot. I did look at this, I look at Dudek. So yes, 7 wins, 8 losses, but been in some good quality, only beaten by fighters who are winning records, as I say. She can move, she can be an aggressor if you allow her.
Yeah, sorry, she landed with a good right hand as you were speaking there, Darren. Lovely shot. And McCann's just constantly in her face.
That's not breathe. That's made it difficult to do that, to get her shots off.
It's a good fight because they can go back and watch the tape here in the McCann camp and then go, listen, look what you did there. But if you would have done this from this angle, and then you can see it yourself, and it'll give you that understanding of what you have to do just to get a little bit better.
Relentless pressure throughout from McCann. Dudek, as you can imagine, certainly feeling the pace and big deep breaths in that corner. Fantastic fighters of box here. Barry, Cole Froch, this was his home for a while.
I know you boxed on the undercard. I knew you were setting it up. There's also been some rubbish fighters as well, Darren.
Yeah, I made my debut here, Bazza.
Yeah, no, you told me about 15 times.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Good night, wasn't it?
What working man's club did you make your debut in?
Oh, look at this. Look at this, next Saturday in Phoenix.
Yeah,
versus Nunes, the WBO and IBF Super Featherweight Championships of the world.
Bit of you, this, Barry, isn't it?
Oh, mate, that's a great... Phoenix, second best fight city on the planet. Behind Belfast.
Yeah, final round. There's been a good outing this for Molly McCann. Beata Dudek. She made it difficult at times. She's moved, she's poked the shots out. She's also been on the end of some heavy artillery from McCann. The left hooks, the right hands over the top. As I say, never been stopped. Dudek from her 8 defeats. Yeah, the pressure, constant from McCann.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's one of my favourite words, but pivot. But again, even there, when she comes forward here, that's lovely work. She can just learn to change the angle a little bit, McCann, after she lands. I mean, it opens up the wall for her totally. Gives her a second phase of attack, makes her more elusive.
Yeah, she started on the 6 rounds, McCann. This is her third 6-rounder. She's shown a good tank, that's for sure.
Yeah, and they're fast-tracking her, most definitely, they really are. And understandable. She's a marketable name, exciting to watch, experience in combat sports, not so much boxing, but in combat sports, and was a good amateur, let's not forget.
Yeah, 35 now, so she'll want to get a wriggle on.
Yeah, but 35 in the women's game is not the same, I don't think. The age was better than people like yourself. Nice from Dudek there, the little combination.
Yeah, just moving away, just staying away from the ropes. I'd like to see Dudek do that a bit more in the future. Just been allowed, and I don't take nothing away from McCann. She's looked very, very strong, but it's been quite easy for her to push Dudek back.
But she had a bit of success in this round, Dudek. Under pressure, admittedly, but she landed some good shots.
Switching to southpaw there, McCann. Yeah, it's been a good out in this. That's left out to finish the contest. She was buzzing to get back in action, look better, and she's just looking at us here at the commentary desk and saying better, and it was a lot better. Look,
she's good. She's good. I mean, she won't be happy with anything because she wants to get in a wall. You can just see it. The whole demeanour is, let's have a tear up, and maybe that's just from a different discipline. But I mean, there's so much to work with, I think, and so much. She can be so much better. She's good enough now, but she can be so much better with that natural strength she has. That she's tenacious. She takes a good shot. I think, you know, and she has the ability to do those little bit of smarter movements that I think that we want her to do. And I think, so this is the perfect fight that you'll see all the good things you did, but they could be so much better if you just did this, this, and this. And the camp was sort of saying that in the corner. I think, you know, so I think she's a work in progress, but I think, you know, right now she's still a good fight. She's a good fighter. She's going to be a hard woman to beat, I'll tell you that much. And it's exciting times ahead because she's good to watch. Yeah,
ahead of her, Stevie Levy, Katie Healy, Tori, Ellis Willits, Ellie Helliwell, Tycee Gallagher, Ramla Ali, and then your favourite, Ellie Scotney. But we're ready to hear the verdict here. Molly McCann just talking to our photographer, the great Mark Robinson. Let's throw it over to David.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of action here at Nottingham, we go to referee Peter McCormack's scorecard. It reads 60-55 for your winner. She's still undefeated, Meatball Molly McCann.
Yeah, Molly McCann goes to 3-0 as a professional, and a very good performance against a good opponent in Bieta Dudek, the Hungarian who can move, she can navigate herself. 2 wins, but Molly McCann is very good there, very aggressive, very strong. Showed us a lot in her arsenal. Defense certainly improving. A lot of smiles in there. Eddie Hearn, promoter, the team happy. We've got Charlie Parsons, who's going to get a few words from the victor. Over to you, Charlie.
Molly McCann, congratulations, now 3-0, much improved, as you said to the commentary at the end there. Talk me through that performance.
Well, do you know what? I'm a little meatball who's ready to drop down a weight. I've only been up here because TMA was at 118, but I think we're switching that up, so going to drop to 118 and fight people who are actually my size. I was proud of myself that I wasn't just kept at the end of a job. I worked inside. I tried not to take as many steps backward, catch and count a little bit more. Some shots, I know I hate them, but I'm trying to not be reckless. I know my left hooks were just missing. I was like, for God's sake. But I listened to the coaches the whole way through. I acknowledged it. Listened to the big boss man. Jab, downstairs, over the top. And when I did it, I landed. So, little steps, baby steps, and ready to get back out there in 8 weeks, lad.
You said to Eddie after your last performance that you were disappointed with yourself. He said you didn't need to be. It's just get back on that wagon. How are you finding the experience so far in the pro game? I'm loving it. The UFC was a tough road. Matchroom feels like home. Boxing feels like home. The team at Matchroom it's let me live my dreams every other week, so I'm absolutely buzzing. And I'm made up to being here with all of you, the firm, so thanks for coming out. Well, they always do come out in great voice. Promoter Eddie Hearn, let's bring you in there. What a talent she is, and obviously that following already. What is next for the Meatball?
Well, something very, very exciting, because one of the reasons we signed her is because of her incredible fan base in Liverpool. And and then April the 18th, one of the biggest fights in the city for a long time, Callum Smith against David Morrell. It's going to be completely sold out, and Molly McCann will make her Liverpool boxing debut on that card, April 18th, against David Morrell, Callum Smith, and that's a big night for her. You know, much better tonight, still a lot to learn. It's a transition to a completely different sport. So it's going to take more than half a dozen or a dozen rounds to get used to that. But good, tricky opponent, another step up in Liverpool. Only the 4th fight, but it'll be a special night, that will. You know, it'll be a packed out M&S Arena for Molly, and she's going to sell a lot of tickets.
It's been 8 years since I've been in the FL. It's my homecoming. The last fight in Liverpool, I got put asleep, so I'm ready to put a big performance in. To all the Scousers who come and watch, Monday I get the tickets. Get on me. Up the Toffees.
Up the Toffees indeed. Molly McCann, congratulations.
Yep, 3-0 as a professional now. Very good performance from Meatball Molly McCann. And we look forward to seeing her back in action again. A great character is McCann. Smiles all round. Seen there over the minute, and there's the card. Live, 7 p.m. on DAZN. Leo Atang, as I say, is he the future of the heavyweight division? So much promise. Sandy Ryan looking to be a 2-weight world champion. The White Rhino is back. Ishmael Davis, Bilal Fawaz. How can you not like that chief support? Got so much bragging rights, pride on the line, as well as the British and Commonwealth super welterweight titles. Love that fight. And then the main event, I mean, I'm out of words for it. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Jeopardy. Leigh Wood, Josh Warrington, Bad Blood will be settled. Who has that little bit left in the tank? What a rematch. This place is going to be bouncing later on. We're ready for a superstar in the making, TMA DAZN. So let's throw it back to David.
Ladies and gentlemen, the action continues with an 8-round super bantamweight contest set to make a ring walk. Catherine Tacona Ramos.
The tough Brazilian, Catherine Ramos, the 22-year-old. And this is a definite step up, this, for TMA DAZN. Her last loss was to now WBC Super Flyweight champion, Adelada Ruiz, and that was a couple of years ago. 5 straight wins since. One of those wins was against former world champion Shannon Courtney. She's tough, she's aggressive, she likes to get in your face. As you can see, full of confidence here. A really good step up this for TMA DAZN.
Now entering the arena, the undefeated star girl from Bristol, Tia May Ayton.
I'll tell you what, nicknamed the Star Girl, and you can see why. 4 wins from her first 4 fights, all stoppages. An absolute machine. 21-0 as an amateur, 9 stoppages there. A real handful. Is she the future of the female game? Well, Katie Taylor seems to think so. She thinks she's going to dominate, be the greatest female fighter ever. That coming from Katie Taylor. Lives and breathes it. If there's anybody that you feel is born to do it, it's her. Spiteful, aggressive, fan-pleasing style. And just getting better and better with every fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Motorpoint Arena here in Nottingham, England, live on DAZN, we are set to go with a special super bantamweight attraction. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. Introducing your third person in the ring at the sound of the bell from Newark, scoring A-star referee, Mr. Kevin Parker. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 8 rounds of boxing scheduled in the super bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, she was black with purple trim. She scaled 8 stone, 7 pounds, 13 ounces. Professional record, 9 victories, 3 defeats, 1 draw, with 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, please welcome Catherine Tacon Ramos. And her opponent across the ring fighting out of the blue corner. She wears red and gold, official weight 8 stone, 10 pounds, 13 ounces. Her professional record, thus far perfect. 4 fights, 4 victories, all 4 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former amateur world champion and 5-time amateur national champion, fighting out of Bristol. Here is the undefeated star girl, Tia May Ayton.
You both know the rules. I expect a clean contest. Obey my commands at all times. Above all, protect yourself at all times. 8 rounds, touch gloves. Thank you.
Tia May Ayton, 4-0 as a professional. In with Catherine Ramos. This a definite step up for the youngster from Bristol. But Barry, how impressive has Tia May Ayton been?
Yeah, I just like to see her be a bit more aggressive.
Like you were, Barry.
Oh, yeah, well, I had more stoppages as an amateur than she had. Though I had like 5 times as many fights as well. Oh, it's lovely. Look at that.
That's incredible.
Again, a little bit of a wide stance there. It allows you just to lean back just a little bit, still to keep the balance, to then throw that long left hook.
Just so confident in her work, isn't she? There's a maturity beyond her age. As I say, never beaten as an amateur, 21-0. She takes a good shot there, though.
Yeah, good shot there from Ramos. Nice. So we want to see, don't we? We want to see Ayton under a little bit of pressure, see how she reacts to that. Because as you go through the levels and you create, not everything's going to be your own way.
I did feel that this is the step up at the right time for Ayton.
But the problem the women's game has, unfortunately for them, is they go from boxing at one level to like 10 levels above. There's no intermediate gap like we have. So when they do take a step up, it's a big leap of faith. It really is.
5-time national champion, tri-nation champion.
Good left hook there from Ramos again.
Yeah, she's a good fighter. She naturally wants to be aggressive, but can box on the back foot. Landing some good shots, nice free shots there from the Brazilian.
That's better.
Yeah. Double jab from Tia May Ayton.
She never took her feet too close. A couple of times she's thrown the right hand, taken her feet too close and got caught. That double jab then will just slow you. It won't slow your feet down, but it makes you take the smaller steps, and it allows you to get more rotation in that right hand. Should set you up perfectly with the balance and the timing.
Very strong, doesn't she, Ayton? See Meatball, Molly McCann just got straight out of the ring, sat down ringside. As I say, they spired in the build-up to this one.
McCann was looking around, looking for another fight. That's what she was doing there. That was nice little interesting first round there for Ayton there. Got caught a few times more than we used to see it, so she got to adjust the distance a little bit more. Use that jab and believe in that solid left hand.
Yeah, she looks strong, doesn't she? Lots of composure for someone so young.
Flowing, fainting,
only 19 years old.
That's it, before anything else, okay? When she closes
the distance, second 8-rounder.
Long armor, deep breath. You don't need to do that over, yeah? Deep breath.
But what we've seen here with Ramos is Ayton's going to have to think a little bit now. That's the first time we really had to see that. I mean, not just think and go through the gears when you're on top. Actually be aware of what's coming back for the first time. As a professional, of course, not as an amateur. She's seen that as an amateur plenty of times, I'm sure.
Under 19 world champion as well. And look, I feel you want to be in competitive fights, don't you? You want to test your skills against other good fighters.
Well, you want to know you're the real deal, don't
Exactly.
you? That's what you want, ultimately, at some point. I'm still waiting to find out.
That's it right to the body there from Ayton, but she's busy.
Oh, that's better. In and out with her feet there, Ayton.
Ramos is busy though, isn't she? She's letting the shots go, 2s and 3s, lively on the feet. So, as you said, Barry's making teammate Ayton think about how she's going to find these openings. Every single fight she has, every round that she has is invaluable experience, especially with fighters like this who know how to win fights, win big fights.
And knows how to move as well, Ramos. As you see there, Ayton landed a good shot, but Ramos just held it up and then just took a little step off the rope. Again, that double jab for Ayton is going to get her closer and safer in doing that.
So she's got to be careful with that Ramos, missing with that overhand right. Don't want to be falling over the front foot against someone like Ayton, who's so quick with her counters. Oh, nice 1-2 from the Brazilian Ramos.
It was the feet that was. She was fainting and out with the feet, and then all of a sudden exploded into the shot.
She's got quick hands, hasn't she, Ramos? Yeah. Nice and sharp. Nice jab to the body. We've seen in the past how she can just spring into life, Ayton.
Yeah, nice little right hand there from Ayton. They're going to get back to that jab. Keep pushing her back with it.
Anna Moraes. Last time out, third round, just out of nowhere, it was a heavy shot. But being made to work in this contest, Ramos no slouch.
What it is here for Ayton, Ramos is a constantly moving target, whether she's darting in and out or dancing around the ring. She's never keeping still, and those fidgety movements are just making Ayton a little bit more tempted to commit to the attacks. And when she does, she's overreaching a little bit with that right hand. Only subtly, because of enough to make Ramos competitive.
Okay? Every now and again, when you've got the range, offset her with a boom, boom, double it, and then work off it, yeah? Get her under control with a jab, okay? Deep breath. Just get that left hand going. Listen to me, yeah? Keep her thinking with the feints and the touches.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement there with the team, with TMA Ayton. Get more lively, busier with that lead hand, that jab. Thunderous jab, she really has. Good variation with that lead hand. Nice right again. Hand speed, very, very good from Ramos.
And the feet, look how fast the feet are. She little small steps out in and out really, very quickly, little fidgety movements, which makes it really hard to set yourself. So Ayton's got to relax those shoulders a little bit. That's a lovely jab, that's better. I mean, oh, good body shot there from Ramos, lovely left hook.
Boxing nice on the back foot, isn't she? Not exaggerating the movement when she goes back, demonstrating really, really quick hands. As I say, the last defeat was against a now world champion, Delta Ruiz. It was her first 2 fights that she lost, followed by a draw, but since then, she's been in good form.
Just the movement here. I mean, Ayton's got to just get a hold of her. And again, you said about the left hand, just push her back with it. Don't forget about the head, just hit it to the chest. That's better, good work.
Didn't load up with the shots there, did she? It was quicker, sharper work.
And she never rushed those feet in too close either, Ayton.
Yeah, and you just don't wait a little bit too long. This is where I think the team want her to poke the jab out, just be a bit busier.
Going to do some work here, Ramos, because she had a really good start to the round. She's lugged Ayton back into this round.
Good work. Good defensive skills though there from Ramos. She kept the hands high and then moved the feet. But just going through the gears a little bit there. TMA Ayton.
Yeah, good work as well there from Ayton. Oh, good little left hand there again from Ramos. Really clever work.
A little screw shot, wasn't it? Right through the guard. Just tucked those elbows in. Ayton. Again, this is a really, really competitive fight, this. Again, nice 1-2, but taking on the gloves and moving the feet, Ramos. So you're going to see Adam Smith shaping up next to me. Just put a lovely double jab right up. Good work, Adam.
It was all right, and he wasn't great, was it? He punched it from his chest. There's a lot of tag in the hit there over the top.
I'll tell you what a coach you would have been, Barry.
Oh, well, Coach Driver.
Você tá ficando muito pra fora do mundo. Você fica um pouco mais dentro. Deixar ela rodar um pouco mais por fora, tá bom? Tá? Vamos levantar.
Well, for those that can speak Spanish, or Portuguese rather, excuse me, I'm sure they're probably saying, Barry, more of the same.
I think so. And there was a little bit in that round she went missing, and now leading back into the round. But no, she had a really good start, really good finish there, Ramos. Really competitive scrap this is. And what Aiton needs as well, by the way.
I think everyone, the team, Eddie, and Aiton herself, she wants to challenge herself against very good fighters. That's how you learn your trade.
Well, when you've got big punchers, I wasn't one, but I've been in with enough. They're just blasting through people. They've got to realise not everyone succumbs to the power, so then you have to learn how to make that power effective with a little bit of guile, a little bit of experience. Not just walking up to people and banging them all the time.
We've seen these South Americans tough as they come. So, yeah, you've got to find another way to get your arm raised at the end of the contest and a bit more increase. The tempo's up from both here. This is really good work from both Ramos and Aiton. Some sharp combinations from Ramos on the back foot. She's
beating her to the punch here, Ramos, I think.
Yeah, she seems as if she packs a punch as well. And growing into this, you feel, starting to creep forward a little bit herself. Will that help Aiton?
It's the second big right hand there from Ramos on the target. I think she's tensed up a little bit here, Aiton. She's pushing the punches a little bit, isn't she?
She really fancies this, Ramos, looking composed, comfortable, and very, very confident.
Yeah, and again, that constant movement keeps the rhythm smooth for the shots.
Still, Aiton needs to sharpen up a little bit. She's trying to load up, isn't she? And she's telling the shots.
I think because the Ramos has just settled her, the shoulders just got really tense. She's to relax those shoulders, and that'll allow the court to turn and the smooth punches will come off that.
Just dipping under the 1-2 there, but it was better from Aiton, sharper, more relaxed with the shot, good with the footwork there. A bit of tape just coming off of one of the fighter's gloves there, I think.
Oh, nice from Aiton there, a little lean back, 1-2. But it's been a good round here for Ramos.
Yeah, sharp, very sharp. Oh, it was something from the hair that come loose.
Oh, yeah, I used to hate that.
Yeah. Your hair come loose.
It used to be my hair, yeah, by wrong foot, I was bald.
Yeah? Don't sit up close to her because you're giving her a chance.
There's going to be some noise in here later on as we look at these replays. And this is a real fight this night.
I mean, we talk about being tough, but the guile that she has, look at this, almost throwing that drop, the throat shot, and I mentioned that about Aiton doing that. That was going to be a punch that's going to do damage. It's got to be a gateway in sometimes to land a better, bigger shot than we've seen there with Ramos. Punch to the chest, a little bit short, but the momentum to turn into that right hand, and she got her rewards.
Yeah, really sets up an interesting few rounds here in our final fight on prelims.
Second set, round 5.
Second half of the fight, we go round 5 of this 8-rounder. Teammate Aiton and Carla Ramos.
Shot there from Aiton, lovely right hand, but Ramos fighting back. Full of confidence.
I've been impressed with the hand speed and the foot speed of Ramos Aurelia. So sharp. That's better. Just sharpening up herself there.
Yeah, again, it's all about the shoulders, isn't it? It'll tense those shoulders out.
And the footwork was good there from Aiton's. Taking half a step back. Didn't look for the counter there. Good overhand right, though, from Ramos.
I don't want Aiton to be bouncy on her feet like Ramos, but if she just gets those heels off the floor a little bit, gets a little bit on the ball of the feet, you can still keep the power in your shots, but it gives you a chance to spring in and out of range.
Just a reminder, she's never lost, teammate Aiton. Amateur, professional, never been beaten. Good shot. Being made to work here, that's for sure.
Yeah, she had a good round, doesn't she?
Yep, a lot more disciplined in this round, Barry.
Yeah. Again, like you were mentioning, not so tense. Then the punches flow here, Aiton.
Yeah, this is better.
Oh, good shot.
Nice and relaxed, going through the gears now. This is really good. Overhand right. Tags Ramos. Bravely comes back. Nice little step back. The right uppercut follows.
It's a brilliant round here for Aiton.
Yeah, class.
Certainly after the last round, I thought Ramos really got some momentum. Good shot though from Ramos.
Yeah, nice 1-2 there, just creeping over that left hand of Aiton.
Oh, and again.
Game, very capable is Ramos. This has been a cracking contest so far.
Oh, nice.
That was really, really nice. Long left hook followed by the right hand.
Good round, that one.
Really good round. You feel she needed that, TMA Aiton?
Do you know what? You know what's impressive with Aiton throughout? Even under pressure here, even when she's taking punches, there's no panic in her. Even when she's making mistakes, it's not because of panic, it's because of frustration a little bit. And she's got a girl who's really, really competitive, really good, has loads and loads of ability in Ramos and toughness. But Aiton's not panicking at all. I think that's, for such a young person, that's a real plus going forward. And in that round, she turned the tide a little bit, I felt, and boxed brilliantly. Again, just relaxing those shoulders down, and you'll be mentioning all night, and letting the punches flow. And having success with that, being able to work off those shots, quickening the feet up a little bit, but not getting too close to the target. And Ramos takes a good shot, and she had to in that round.
What does Ramos have to do here, then, to respond?
Again, she's got to be coming in low, tipping in around the target, and like a little firefly, punching in combinations, moving off and coming back again. The old Barry Jones special, we call that.
Who can forget the Barry Jones shuffle?
The Barry Jones shuffle.
Yeah, 3 more to go.
Was that when they were dragging me out the ring by my ankles?
Can she build on that TMA Aiton, that very good 5th round? Or can Ramos come back? Can she respond? Very sharp on hands and feet. Quick with combinations, Barry, isn't she?
Yeah, sorry. When she has a bounce to herself, Ramos, it's harder for Aiton to read, but that gives her the rhythm to let her punches go, to tighten it all in and out of the target.
Well, that's a nice little left hook, come jab, wasn't it, from Aiton? Then moving back to centre ring. She's just a lot more disciplined with her work here now, Aiton. She takes a right hand, though, from Ramos, who always looking to fire back around the shot, just missing with the left hook. This is good pressure from Aiton, Barry.
Yeah, good solid right hand there from Aiton. And then getting back to the double jab. It's good that she listened to her corner here. Aiton, they've been asking for that double jab all night.
Good pressure, looking very, very strong now. 45 seconds to go in this 6th round.
That's it from Aiton. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Keep his punch is nice and smooth. You have power, you don't have to search for it.
Good work though from Ramos there. Nice 1-2, then a left hook to the body. She's done well getting out of the way of that right uppercut, because they're taking her head off. Yes, a few gaps there in defence from Aiton. Lucky she didn't get countered there from Ramos. He's a little clumsy with the shots coming out, but always looking fire back is Ramos. Just taking the sting out of that right hand from Aiton.
Yeah, I think more quality in this round though has come from Aiton. Ramos has been busy. I think the more effective work has come from the blue corner.
She's going to have learned bundles in this fight already. And how about this man, Bilal Fawaz? What a character he is. Looking to become British and Commonwealth Super Welterweight champion. Coach Xavier Miller in the background. I'll tell you what, he's got some, some character, really has. Lots of charisma, lots of self-belief. Always trying to get under the skin of his opponents. Belagay there from Matchroom in shot.
And I tell you what, he's a hard fighter to read, isn't he? He has a really awkward style. I mean, we've only seen him really go forwards in the last 2 fights against Boston, but I've seen him, since he's an amateur, boxing on the move. And the angles that he gets, he makes it very, very hard to read, very, very hard to pin down.
What chief support that is. Live, 7 p.m. on DAZN. That one before our main event, the cracking rematch. But 2 more to go here. TMA Aiton in with Catherine Ramos. And it's been a really, really good learning fight, this, for TMA Aiton. Ramos, no slouch, and has done very well. He's frustrated Ayton at times, but the last couple of rounds have been good for Ayton.
Yeah, they have, and I bet you when they made this match, they knew it was like a step up, but everyone probably thought, this is not going to go 8 rounds. So we'll give it an 8 round, it's not going 8 rounds. And the chance that it will. And that's great for her, for her development. It's probably the fight you didn't want so soon. I mean, if she gets through it, okay, then you'll learn from it.
Like I said in that previous round, she would have learned so much, if not more than her 4 previous fights. Someone that knows how to win big fights. Somebody who can do a bit of everything. Look at the bounce, look at the spring in the step, look how quick the feet are of Ramos, and it's made it difficult for Ayton.
I tell you what, you wouldn't mind seeing Ramos in with Molly McCann.
Look at you, look, coach, matchmaker, commentator, jack of all trades, you Bazza. Oh, good work. Yeah. Bringing the feet in there behind the work, Barry. She just got to grips, sorry Barry, just got to grips with the distance. I feel a bit better in the last 3 rounds.
But I do think she just relaxed the shoulders a little bit more and made the punches a bit more fluid, but still not a hard target to final for Ramos, I would say that. Ramos has been able to find the target clean and often enough to make this very, very competitive.
She's going to be in some big nights, big fights of herself for sure, TMA Ayton. Pouring out double jab there, like I say, a bit quicker with the lead hand. Constantly frustrating Ayton is Ramos with this movement, who lands a lovely left hook.
Good right hand there from Ayton though.
Oh, and again a 1-2. She looks so strong, so hurtful when she goes through the gears. Well, 1 more to go in this final fight on prelims. It's been a really good, entertaining 7 rounds so far. TMA Ayton, Catherine Ramos. Yeah, Brian Peters, ringside manager, sorry. Josh Kelly is now taking his seat. New champion, how good did he look, Barry? Beating Bakram Murtazellia.
Brilliant, I fancied him.
Yeah, you called it.
I mean, not just in general, he's a good-looking bloke, but I mean, no, but I did, I honestly did. I think this whole thing about his mental stability, I think that was a thing in the past.
The words on Adam Booth as well stuck by him. Always believed in Josh Kelly, didn't he?
Listen.
And he could be so proud of the job he's done. He's
played. He was crying in the ring.
Push her back the whole round. Do not let her push her back. Okay?
Yeah, final round here. TMA Ayton been in a real scrap with Catherine Ramos from Brazil. He's shown lots and lots of good work, has the Brazilian. But he's filled the last 3 rounds. Ayton really gone through the gears and looks good.
Well, it'll be the weight of the punch that'll be the difference out of these 2. That'll be it. And that will only be it, by the way.
Yeah, would have learned, and we keep saying it, would have learned an awful lot, Ayton. Working nicely behind the jab there, but again, impressive from Ramos again, moving nicely and just poking out a 1-2. Lands a left hook, missing with the right hand, but goes again. She's been busy. Started this 8th round.
Good start of the round here for her. And again, that little coming inside the armpit and going around to the backside there for Ramos.
I'll tell you what, this is slated for a second 8th round. Obviously, this potentially the first time she would have gone the distance. Only 19 years old, would have never have done this many rounds before, so I've got to give her a lot of credit, Barry.
And again, you go back and watch this, whatever the result, and really think the things you can work on and impress. And for me, it's the feet here for Ayton. I think she needs to be more on the ball of her feet. Good shot.
Yeah. That's a nice right hand there. If she would have brought the feet in, like you said, would have had more purchase on the shot.
I tell you what, though, Ramos is having the better of this round to this point for me.
Well, she's been here, hasn't she? She's been to these rounds before, Ramos. Yeah, still a spring in the step of the Brazilian. Couple of deep breaths there as she walks forward, but she has played her part, that's for sure. Just missing with her right hand there. TMA Ayton as we hear the cracker for the last 10 seconds, which has been a really good scrap. Nice double left hook from Ramos to see out this contest. valuable lessons there, a valuable night's work for TMA 8, and that's for sure.
Yeah, I think so. I think she did some really good stuff, and she did some stuff that wasn't so good. For me, most of it was good, and having to tough it out. You learn about yourself in the ring, don't you? You might do it in the gym, you might do it on the road, all the stuff that makes you that's tough and hard to do. But when you do it in a competitive fight, it'll tick a box for yourself. I know I can go through a hard fight. I know how I react when I hit somebody and they don't move, or when I get caught with a good shot and how I react. I think her composure was really good throughout that contest. She did tense up a little bit. I think her feet need to be a little bit faster in and out. But Ramos was fast with her feet, fast with her hands, coming in from different angles, punching under pressure, all those things that Aiton probably, well, certainly she hasn't seen as a professional, we know that, and probably hasn't seen too much as an amateur either.
Yeah, I think she's got exactly what she wanted from Catherine Ramos there. Rounds, valuable rounds, but both fighters are centre of the ring. Well, Ramos just congratulating the team of Aiton. So let's throw it over to David for the final times here on Prelims.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of action here in Nottingham, we go to referee Kevin Parker's scorecard. It reads 77-75 for your winner. She's still undefeated, the Star Girl, TMA 8.
Yeah, TMA 8 goes to 5-0 as a professional, and I like to see that scorecard. That I would say represents the fight there for sure. It was a close fight. It was a really good learning fight that for TMA 8, who is stood side our reporter Charlie Parsons.
TMA 8, congratulations, now 5-0, first time going to points in your career. Just talk to me about that performance.
Yeah, she's a tough girl. She just eating my shots and stuff, and yeah, it was just tough.
But you're only 19 years of age. It's been a tremendous journey so far. At some point, the rounds have got to come in, and you're going to have to mature as a fighter. Do you feel like a night like tonight was needed in the progression of your career so far?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's taught me a lot, this fight. Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about the performance. It's the first time that we've seen you be able to take one as well. What did she offer that you've not seen so far in the pro career of yourself?
Yeah, I got caught with a couple of shots. I felt just shows I got a chin, I guess.
Well, promoter Eddie Hearn, let's bring you in there. 19 years of age. We've seen how good she is, and she needs to mature as a fighter. She needs the rounds. A very good opponent in there as well tonight.
Yeah, tonight was a better learning experience than all of her fights combined so far. And you know, it's a lot of things to contend with. Sometimes you're not feeling great towards the end of camp. A little bit of a struggle with the weight. Everything's a learning process. But she can take away how she felt in the ring tonight and everything that she's got to work on in the preparation. And that's a good opponent in there. She's got some notable wins. And she's 19 years of age. 5 fights in about 7 months. Sometimes you've got to look how fresh we are. Do we need a little rest? Tia will say no, she'll want to fight next week. But you know, we've got to look at that as a young fighter coming through, future world champion in the weight. She'll be disappointed tonight. First time she's gone distance, 8 rounds in the bank. But a really good learning experience, and go away, rest and recover, take from that experience and come back stronger.
Yeah, 8 rounds in the bank, indeed. A quick message to those fans in Bristol, and I'm sure you'll be fighting there at some point. They support you all around the country.
Oh, thank you so much, and it means the world to me. Thank you.
TMA 8, and congratulations.
Yeah, 5 fights in 7 months, and that fight there, the 5th, the 8 rounds there, invaluable for the progress of the 19-year-old TMA 8. A very, very good, talented fighter who would have learnt bundles there. Team, smiles all round, a good outing for the youngster. But what a fight we have later on for you this evening. Live 7 p.m. on DAZN. It's the rematch, the mouth-watering clash between Leigh Wood and Josh Warrington.
Leigh Wood has the night of his life! Glory returns to Leeds and to Josh Warrington.
We are what we believe. We are Matchroom Boxing.